Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel, and I'm your host for LT Productions. You are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Power Book 2, Ghost. This is Season 4, Part B. We are back from the mid-season break, and I will just have to say this. I think this episode got me back interested into the show. I was pissed off at what we got for a mid-season finale, but hey, I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video in support of me. Also, you can like this. You can also subscribe and leave your comments below. So let's get into this episode. This is episode 6 of season 4. Drew, he is watching Detective Carter. He's taking photos and all this good stuff. Next thing you know, he gets a text from Carter saying, stop watching me or stop following me. Da, 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 da. So at that point, Drew got scared. He didn't even see Carter after he looked at his text. So Drew ended up leaving, and Carter was right by the car. I don't know if Drew actually saw him. I forgot. Oh, yeah, he did. Because Carter came to the car, well, almost to the car. Drew seen him in the rear view mirror, flicking him off. So, yeah. He calls Monet. Monet and what's her name? Diana are baby shopping. Monet thinks it's a girl. Diana thinks it's a boy. Anyways, he calls her and lets her know what's up. They hurry up and get out of the store, make the purchases, and go home. Drew gets there. They start talking about what happened. And then all of a sudden, their house is raided. And it's by Carter. He's not really destroying anything, but basically putting them under duress, stating that he needed to know whose product they were actually stealing. Monet wouldn't give it up. So then they aimed a gun at Diana. And still Monet stayed true to her story. No, you're the detective. You figured that out. Blah, 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 blah. So as a consolation prize, until Monet could tell him what supplies or whoever supplied all this stuff at, he took Drew to jail. Why is he in there? Who knows? That is so crazy. But we're seeing a different side to the detective, because I really didn't understand his character. I think for just from this episode alone, I'm kind of enjoying him more than what I thought I would. Because I was like, what is the purpose of him really being here? He said he was trying to avenge the death of his wife and it was supposed to be Tariq. And that's one thing I don't understand. If you watched the episode already, Tariq isn't even a target at this moment, so I don't know what's up. Anyways, there's another detective there, a woman, Detective Lewis. She was like, are you pregnant? Because she's seen all these baby clothes, and they said, no, I'm not pregnant, da, 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 da. They took the clothes, and they're going to be donating it to some type of New York charity. Noma, Kane, and Tariq and B, they meet together. And basically it's just Tariq saying, hi, you're not going to get me, and you got to stay quiet and all this good stuff if you don't want your business out on the street. Noma's asking Kane after Tariq and them leave, who stole my drugs, find out who did it. Now I got to get ready for this meeting. And Kane said, I want to go with you. And Noma's like, no, that's okay. And Kane basically got to keep proving himself to people, and I don't even know why. Like, I haven't even liked Kane for the longest time, but I'm understanding him, and like people really treat him crazy, and he's kind of like just this pick-me, trying to get the approval of people to see the potential and see the realness in him, and it's just not cool how they act, you know. But he said, you know, I actually set up this meeting. I should be able to be cut into this deal, or at least in on this meeting. And no one said, okay. All right, so, what happened? Kane. What happened? Oh, is it there or now? I wrote things down kind of different, so I'm sorry. 1 second. Okay, so we're going to just skip, because I don't remember. I got some things out of order right now. Kane, Noma, and the other white guy, they meet. Noma gives him money to set up so that she could get these government contracts, and then boom, all of a sudden someone's shooting out the restaurant that they're meeting at. We find out a little bit later that it was Zion that was doing this, and Noma's not happy about that. Kane is at the penthouse. Monet stops by and says, you know, you need to leave Noma alone, I'm trying to protect you. Kane doesn't buy it. You know, you're just really mad that Noma set you, really retired you, and you can't see that I'm rising up, And she was like, look, I'm gonna tell you one more time, get out of this. I think she ended up calling him stupid ass, of course. So Monet, Kane was like, just get out. So, Detective Carter called Zion, and we find out that they got this secret connection too. Basically, Carter's a dirty cop, so of course there's blackmail and all this going on. You do this, I'll do that. I'll keep you out of jail and all this good stuff. Well, Carter was like, you really effed us over by making that move or whatever, blah 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 blah. Zion said, you're going to have to do something to. Not Zion, but Carter said, you're going to have to do something to smooth all this over. And Zion said, look, give me a place where I can go for a couple of days so I can think, so I know how to handle this. Carter said, yeah, cool. Because Zion was at the time blackmailing him, saying, look, I'll out this whole station for whatever's going on, blah, 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 blah. Tariq and Anya, they are smashing. And this is the first time I've seen Tariq in a real sex scene. We've seen them kiss or whatever, but obviously it wasn't good or whatever. Anya gave it an 8, even though she was on top, which is weird. That she's giving it an 8 when you were in control. So she did say, I had fun, and I know that this is going to piss my mom off. And Tariq was like, oh, your mom doesn't like me? Like, no. She doesn't. She told me to stay away from you. Oh, it must be because of my parents and all, and what my dad had going on. I was accused of something, but it wasn't true. Da, 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 da. So tell me about your parents, Anya. So Anya's dad was supposed to be an oil tycoon. He's like, oh, you got some money. And she's like, yeah. And then I forgot what she called Noma, but whatever. Tariq said, where does she be traveling at a lot? Over in Italy and Greece and all these other places. But the one place that she won't take me to is Nigeria. And basically she says that it's pretty dangerous over there as to why she won't take me there. Of course, Tariq is going to use that information. I guess there's going to be some type of trip to Nigeria or to find out some information that's going on there. Detective Lewis. She's on the street. Somebody's calling from the precinct saying, hey, you're being brought in for questioning for excessive force. You're under investigation. We need you to ask some of these questions. Come down to the station now. And she said, do I need to bring my rep with me? And they said, that's your choice. She gets off the phone and she's quite hysterical. She goes and grabs some coke and starts sniffing that. I said, Lord, you need all that? It must be quite stressful trying to be a bad cop out here. Detective Lewis goes back over to the Tejada home and asks where's Monet, and she's not here. So then she gets Diana. She's got to take care of Zion. And of course, Diana was like, I can't do that. I don't do that. Da, 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 da. She said, if you don't do this, then your brother's going to stay in there, in jail. Where is Drew? Drew. So Drew, he's in jail right now. And one of the other bad cops, he comes and visits him. I think his name is Nico. Yeah. So Nico shows up and he says, you got to kill some other dude, which I forgot his name. I don't think I wrote it down. Somebody. It was somebody. I have it at the end of my notes, but whatever. So you got to kill him, and you got to be resourceful in doing that. And Drew was like, I'm going to get caught. No, you're pretty resourceful. Get it done. So Drew causes this fight to happen in the lunchroom with this other guy that is his target. The police beat both of them pretty bad, and they're sent to the police hospital, wherever, the jail hospital. And Drew gets out of his bed after all the doctors and officers leave, and he goes and smothers that guy. And then later on, he calls the dude and says, hey, I want to make a deal because it's done. He also says that there's another person that you need to off. His name is Roman. He's in here, and he's about to snitch to the feds. But he says that he wants access and protection. He doesn't want to be at the bottom of the food chain and all this good stuff. Nico says that you are way over in your head. You're really crazy. I can't do all that. Well, he did say, if I do this, you really owe me. So that's really your problem as far as when you do owe me. Let's see. Diana comes to see Tariq at the school. And Tariq is like, is there something wrong with the baby? Everything are cool? She's like, yeah, that's all right, cool. But I'm being targeted or I have to go do something and I don't know what to do. And it's this guy named Zion that needs to be taken care of. He's harassing the family. Tariq said, okay, bet. Effie comes over and he's like, and she's like, oh. So it looks like you can forgive her who tried to kill you, and I was trying to protect you, and you can't forgive me. Da, 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 da. Everything's changed, you know. She put two and two together. She already knew that Diana was pregnant. There was rumor already going around. She's in her first trimester as far as what's being said, and put two and two together that Tariq is the dad because of how soft he's acting towards a person that tried to kill him. Diana comes by and basically says, hey, get an abortion, because there's no way that this child is going to be raised right with parents like you guys. Da, 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 da. And Diana said, shut the F up, worry about what's going on over there while you being a side piece to my brother. He don't want you, he's too busy with Noma, blah, 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 blah. And then Effie was like, well, you're a side piece too. Well, he is. That was kind of how that whole conversation ended. Tariq and Davis, they meet. Hey, I think we need to strike up a new deal. They want me to take out Zion. I want to strike a new deal with Noma. Do they go there yet? They do. And they present, hey, I have access to where Zion is at. I'm willing to take him down. I want to get back into business with you. And all of that. Noma ends up accepted after Kane was already just saying no. So she says, if you get rid of him within 24 hours, then there's a deal. And he said, all right, bet. Kane is still searching for where's Zion and all that. And I guess who actually was trying to steal the products, or what products were being stolen, or whatever. Who was trying to steal the products? Coop, this guy, whoever, Intel, he says that possibly Zion. Monet catches up with Carter, or Carter comes by the bar that they got, and he asks, and he leads, what's up? And she said it was the Russians that did it. So Effie is meeting with the Russians per Noma's orders. While she is there, all of a sudden there is this FBI raid, and they're shooting and killing and all that good stuff. Effie barely made it up out of there, but she was almost a goner. I said, Lord, you ain't with us today on this show, because I'm ready for her to go. Because whatever. Kane goes over to Monet's again. Monet is like, what the F are you doing here? And he's like, oh, you can't say, what would you like for dinner? Here's something for you. And Monet's not on that right now. And he basically figures out that Monet was the one that stole the drugs, and she was denying it all the way. And he was hearing it from the streets, and she said, you better find a different type of source. Don't ever come to me about something you just heard on the streets. You better come with something really. Come on. He does go back to Noma, and he says it was definitely Zion, as I thought it was. So now he's still covering for his family that's not really treating him with respect. It's quite crazy, but he still loves his family deep down. Okay. This college concert that's going on, you know, that there are drug sales happening. Brayden is there, and he is coked out of his mind, getting up on stage, singing off key. Tariq has to drag him down and all this good stuff. I don't know why they are reducing Brayden to this cokehead mess. And one of my coworkers said, you know, he's Tommy. I said, why? Like, that is so crazy. Not the brainchild that he got going on. Like, whatever. Kill him off if you're going to just waste our time with him just being coked out someplace. Come on. Tariq tells him that, okay, we got to take care of Zion. I know where to go. Da, 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 da. When they're walking out, Anya comes by and she's ready to, you know, get it on again. And Tariq said, not tonight, rain check. I will holler at you soon. And Anya was like, oh. So I don't know what that means. Hopefully no type of revenge happens out of that. Who knows? Tariq and Brayden, they go to Zion's. And basically they just try to get into the door. Zion was ready for him. And Brayden. And oh my God. So take a look at this.
Wop, 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 wop. That fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff.
Zion threw Brayden like that. I said, Lord Jesus. That was funny. That was funny. But he took care of him, and that's that on that. Tariq calls Diana, or Diana, whatever. Diana's calling Tariq. And she was basically like, well, can we just talk now? I think the baby wants some cookies or whatever. And he said, okay. Detective Lewis, she finds out that it was Tariq that killed Zion. And she's pissed about that. Kane goes and sees Effie. Effie's not doing too well. And she says, you know, I think I'm ready to just give this up. because she didn't like that type of position that she was put in. Especially she didn't know that any of this was going to go down. I don't blame her for that because, look, I came there for one thing and I almost lost my life. And it shouldn't have gone down like that. Detective Lewis, she meets up with Diana and basically saying, look, I told you you needed to off him, not Tariq. And Diana said, whatever, it's done. Don't be talking me crazy, da-da-da-da-da. And next thing you know, Detective Lewis is stomping the out of her. I said, Lord, I know that baby gone. How many think that this baby survived? Because there's no way. She was stomping in her stomach area. I said, Lord. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Oh, when the Russians came in there, Tate was in there too. Well, Tate was watching this other deal go down that he did not like. So now he wants to meet up with Carter. And he tells them, look, Detective, your task force is compromised. Detective Nico is doing these side deals and all that good stuff, and we need to get him arrested. And Carter basically said no. So he reveals that he's a part of this whole dirty cop stuff. After his wife died, he said, I got to get just as slick as them. Get more meaner than them and all that good stuff. I'm saying the wrong words, but you get what I'm saying. He had to get dirty just like them. And Tate was like, and he asked him to join. And he said, you're doing the Lord's work when you do this. I said, what is this? Now it's some type of cult, Carter? Tate said, let me think for a few minutes. I got to process this. Anyways, Carter pulled out his gun and ended up shooting him. That's the first time I seen him, Carter, feeling any type of remorse for whatever he's doing. So he gonna kill Detective Tate. So Tariq was going by the cookie shop. He doesn't see Diana, but then he walks over to the corner and sees Diana in the alley, and he calls for help. I was like, Lord Jesus. I know Diana's gonna be okay as far as her, but there's no way that baby survived. But let me know your thoughts of this episode. There were some good moments, and I guess you kind of redeemed yourself today, Power. So keep it going for these last few episodes. But I appreciate everyone again for coming to my channel. Please like this video. Also subscribe to my channel. And until the next one, peace.